Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show. Fernando, where are you?
Welcome to the show.
There you are. How's it going?
Oh, doing good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Today, as promised, we're going to talk about epicenters. We have a video that explains how it works and all that. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the epicenter train, meaning from radio out to amplifier and how that epicenter works its way through that. There's a lot of questions about it. Today's example is pretty nice because we're going from radio into a DSP, out of the DSP into the amplifier. So pretty much we'll be able to cover every scenario we can think of that you guys have asked about. Let's hop into the car and we'll start with the radio. First up is the radio setting. We're going to talk about it two different ways depending on what you're doing. In this case, the first one is we're going into a DSP. So how this radio is set up in our audio settings, we're not using the subwoofer output of this radio. Our DSP has 4 inputs. That's going to be front and rear. We've come into our radio and we've turned off the subwoofer output. As far as the crossovers go, our front is full range, our rear is full range. This is the simplest way to set up the radio going into an epicenter with a DSP. If your DSP has 6 channels of sound, so you can do front, rear, and sub, the setup is a little different. Come back in here, our subwoofer is going to be on. Go back into the crossover. And as you can see, it's added this crossover point to our subwoofer, and it's at 80 hertz. And no matter what we do, we can't get it to go away. However, we can drag it out over to here. What we've just done now is set the minimal amount of crossover out of the radio. The only reason why we would want to do this is if we wanted to retain the subwoofer level in the radio. If we have no need for that, then do a 4-channel hookup into your DSP. You're going to have a sub knob that's way easier to get to than the subwoofer level control in your radio. The next setup is going to be in our DSP. For this, we're running 6-channel output. Front, rear, sub. If we go into our crossovers for our subwoofer, in this particular one, they give you all pass, low pass, and band pass. What we want is the all pass filter, meaning all frequencies are passing through the device. Full range, no crossovers whatsoever. How our system is wired up so far is we have the radio, out of the radio, 4-channel into the DSP. Out of the DSP, 6 channels are going out to the amplifier. 4 of them are going off to front and rear, and 2 of them are going into the epicenter using this full range output. The whole idea is to get as full range a signal into the epicenter as possible. There of course is exceptions to the rule, but the more signal you can get into it, the better it will perform. You come into the epicenter and out of the epicenter and back to the amplifier. The light on the epicenter is showing that the epicenter is getting signal and it is working. The brighter this glows, the more signal it's getting to do what it needs to do to create the effect of the epicenter, to do its harmonic restoration. Back at the amplifier, we have the crossover off and the subsonic filter off. Off on this, the lowest it'll do is 280 hertz, which if we look at the RTA, we can see that we are getting the full signal coming from the epicenter. If we turn up the epicenter, the center frequency is going to bring up a boost in this area, which is somewhere in the 40 hertz range. But we need to add in the crossover because this is way too much signal to be going into our subwoofer. The first thing we want to do is turn on the subsonic filter on the amplifier. As you can see, this area over here went down. We'll move our cursor over into that area, turn it off. Look at your voltage, turn it on. You'll notice the voltage starts to go down. We'll bring it over into the 125 and we'll start adjusting the crossover. As you can see, it starts to go down. 80 hertz is kind of where we want to be. Turn the epicenter down. That is our final crossover for the subwoofer. For this, we've dialed it in somewhere between 70 and 80 hertz, and we have our subsonic filter on. That's it. That's all you have to do. As you saw, you don't need all the signal in the world coming into it, but the more signal you give it, the more area it has to restore what is missing from the music you're listening to. Different music will obviously have different effects and make it sound better or worse, so be careful. All right, guys, that's it for today.
On to the next one, guys.
You guys have a great night as always. We'll see you later next time.
Bye.
Bye.